Thank you for meeting me today, Ms. Catalin. I really appreciate you taking time to come down here. As you know, I am at the end of my investments. I am looking for my final investor to go into the Ahi family photography business with me. So as I understand, you have a list of questions prepared for me?
I do. So, for my first question, can you please give me a brief description of your business, including major product and service you would offer?
Of course. So what we are going to provide is photography for newborns, infants, toddlers, children, and for expectant mothers as well. We're going to be doing this in our studio as well as making out calls to houses and parks, families, etc.
Can you explain to me the factors that would affect supply and demand for you?
Of course. So obviously our main factor would be families and pregnant women. So we had done research conducted through hospitals for the amount of live births in San Diego County for the last year, 2018. It was listed that there was 39,921 live births delivered. So we polled them and got that 45% of these women ended up taking maternity pictures through private companies, and 48 of those who had children also took newborn pictures through private companies. So with our market being in the entire county, San Diego County, we can achieve at minimum 1% of that business, and if we do that, we will be able to return investments back within the first 2 years.
Can you list for me some economic resources you would need to produce, and what scarcity or opportunity costs do you need to consider?
Okay. So for that, obviously, the main factor would be the building space for our studio. We do have that locked down right now. Once we have you or our other final investor on board, we'll be able to acquire the space. We also do need to, of course, to have our professional camera equipment, our backdrops, our props, etc., everything of that nature.
Can you describe for me the economic indicators would you be most interested in knowing more about before starting the business, and the current levels of economic indicators? How will they affect your planning?
Oh, okay. So for that, naturally, in our business, we rely on pregnant women and family members to come in for these pictures. Being that 2019 is showing that we are hitting a lower birth rate than the previous year, we're still hoping that the families in that 2018 period will end up coming over to our photography business once they see that our prices are much lower than our competitors. And so even though there is a lower birth rate this year, we'll still be able to make up for that percentage with last year's statistics.
Assess your product service against existing competitors. What comparative advantage do you have?
Okay. So we offer prices that our competitors cannot match. Even at our lower prices, we have still be able to hit our marginal price points in which we can return our investments to our investors. One thing that our investors for certain do not have is the sort of discounts and specials that we offer, and that is what puts us ahead of them, such as our sibling special. With that one, you bring your first child in for whatever photo shoot it is, and the sibling will get 20% off of their photo shoot as well. Another thing we have is military discount, which a lot of photography businesses do not offer. With that, we're going to take off 20% of every single package that there is to offer. We have rewards programs, like on the 8th visit, regardless of whatever package you paid for, you'd be getting a half-hour session for free. And then we have a program where you refer 3 people to end up in whichever package, and we also give you another free half-hour session. The thing about us is that even though our price points are considerably lower, about 35% lower than the average we've seen for the San Diego County, we are still going to may generate much more of a profit due to our increased business. Our main point of sale is going to be the outcalls, in which we'll be doing on weekends. For that, we are going to be charging $200 for hour-long sessions within 20 miles, but we are able to extend it to a 30-mile range for an extra $15 on that. And with doing that, we encompass the entirety of the San Diego area and therefore expand our business to every single possible family out there. Do you have any more questions for me, ma'am?
No, that's everything. Thank you, Mr. Ahi. I do look forward to doing business with you.
Well, I thank you again for your time and your consideration.